All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, good morning. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys are feeling rested and are ready to go. So GNPX, shout out to Triad Trading, by the way. Triad, met up with Triad Trading and Crispy Trades yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Good time with the guys. So let's see here. So I'm looking at a couple of stocks right up the watch list. Watching at FDMT, CHEA, YTEN, or I should say and YTEN. These are the top three that I'm watching at. And if I'll be very honest, nothing is seeming super strong like hey, I'm the most noticeable stock, trade me. It seems a little tricky, right? CHEA pulling back a bit, FDMT higher up at 30, a little bit lighter volume, YTEN a little cheaper and pulling back. Which one is going to be the one, right? We're all searching for the one and only. Big Steve, what's up? Dash, if you're here as well, how you doing? Leslie, how's it going? MR, what's up? What's up? See some of you guys tuning in here in the chat. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna get some trend lines going. I'm gonna start off with CHEA. I think I'm gonna have this as my main stock. So we got a high point of 1591. 1591 for our high. So we've pushed up nicely, then we've pulled back, and the lows down here are checking in at 1022. 1022 for lows. And we're currently around 1050. So if we can hold up this area and then start to curl back up, that would be great for CHEA. Looking at the daily chart, and check it out on E-Trade. So we've had a big sell-off recently from about 10-11, and then now we're bouncing back up. And again, today's high at 1591. So it is a recent IPO, it seems like, going back to June of last year. And today we've essentially made all-time highs. So I'd want to see a retest of the pre-market high at 16 area. That could be pretty good. And hopefully we can see a nice move. I'm going to also map out, let's see, 1295. I'm going to, what's the high? Yeah, 1295. I'm going to put a trend line there. As that was the very first high we had at early pre-market. And maybe some short sellers might watch at that level, perhaps. So CHEA, not looking bad. Moving on to FDMT. By the way, CHEA is up 100% with 3.5 million shares of volume. A lot of times I forget to say that. FDMT, on the other hand, this one is up 77% with 1.2 million shares of volume. Volume definitely a little lighter, and the stock is a little bit more expensive. So naturally, people are going to be able to afford less shares, right? Compared to a stock like YTEN that we know for sure will have a lot more volume. Down there at 50 cents, right? So highs are at 32.70. 32.70 pre-market high. There's my alarm for screen recording, so I'll quickly take a second just to make sure I'm recording my screen. And I was supposed to empty out my recycling bin because my computer is actually running out of space. I have to transfer all my archives to my external hard drive. I don't like to delete archives. It's one of those things where it just seems sacred, to a degree. I have a lot of value in those, and I'd love to be able to review them, years from now if I need to, rather than to just delete them and say, hey, there'll be new ones. So, yeah, I'll get that going. So the lows for FDMT below VWAP, we had 2645. 2645. So I'm going to check out the daily chart. Okay, so we've had, let's see, and this one's IPO'd back in like 2020, which is not that long ago. And we've had all-time highs around 55. So we've pulled back, we've kind of, did our thing. We're curling up here. So even coming back into this area, 34 and 36. Can we get over 34, 36? I'm gonna put those two levels on the chart. If we do, I'd want to see 55. Blue trend line for me. I like to color code my trend line. Other people, they don't need to. For me, it helps out a little bit visually. 36, what was that? 36, like 15, 14, somewhere there. And then if this happens to get over 36 today and it's strong early, is it possible it goes all the way to 55? Time like now, you just don't know what this thing would be capable of. Maybe it sells off. But there's a small chance that something crazy could happen, right? So we always want to manage risk, of course, and trade what's in front of us. But it's not, that far off to put the trend lines all the way to the highs, just in case. You never know. So that's FDMT, currently pulling back as well. And then lastly, YTEN. And then I'll take a look at the chat to see what you guys might be calling out. So YTEN is up, and I've traded this stock, I think, like a year ago or something. It's up 94%, right? The name is familiar. We're currently at 50. We have highs at 55 cents. We've pulled back down to 44. So 50, 54, 45 for highs. So let's see, we've been up, then down, then up, then down. The last time we came down, we had a low below VWAP at 38.56. So I'm going to use that as my reference here for the low. In fact, it looked like we traded this stock back in December of, what's this, 2020? Is this 2023? No. Just this is January. Okay, January 12th, 2023. So yeah, almost like a year ago. That's crazy. So the 200 EMA is at 97.60 on the daily chart. 97.60. There's a 2-minute warning. And we are just about finished. Yeah, so if this gets up to the 200 EMA, could be pretty good. We did break over 50 already, so we'd want to see the retest of the highs and the continued push. So it's Monday, which means it's going to be a very fun day, right? It's going to be fun. It always is. It's always going to be interesting. So, right now we don't know what the market has in store for us, but we know what we can expect from ourselves, right? And here in this community, we're always looking forward to being disciplined. We're looking forward to being the best traders that we can be. And we're looking forward to executing, right? So it's coming back to understanding the strategy and then the repetition, right? So here we are once again, and know that as we're heading into the open, we can be disciplined, we can be patient, we can take the right trades. And so there's nothing right now stopping us from doing that. So at the open, let's do what is necessary to ensure success, right? Let's be the best managers that we can be, and let's look forward to managing risk here today. Remember our disclaimer. Remember that this is not a place to be copy trading. Copy trading is one of the quickest ways to blow up an account, all right? You got to take it slow. You got to take it easy. Be patient. Learn the strategies that are out there in the world that are successful, and over time, then increase your risk. Remember that day trading itself is hard. It's risky. Take it slow. Use the simulators. If you have to use a small account with small cash, small share size, do that. Then build confidence, become competent. Lastly, remember I do not invest in my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts and impersonators out there. I will never message you first. I will never ask for money, so be careful. Here's the open. RVSN I took off my list, but maybe I can look at that one. Well, I'm very slow and late there for that push. There is a 20-cent spread as well. So CHEA seems to be moving. The halt is at 11.91. Scratch trade there. I'm in a little high versus the low. Well, it's a good bounce so far. Okay, not bad. I would have loved to see us back above 11 here, but it seems like it might be having some trouble. YTEN is not doing too bad. It's at 52 after opening at 44. It's a pretty big move. The spreads here are massive, which is not great. I gotta be careful here. I'm gonna ease off of CHEA and switch over to Y10. Not a bad move so far. I haven't sized up or anything yet. But I don't know, it seems kind of slow. We are seeing a pullback on YTEN. 31.67 by the way for FDMT. Watching FDMT here. Maybe there's a seller at 50. I'm gonna pull it up here in a sec. Okay, 32. Okay. 31.26. I got caught in a high fill right there. I got to be a little bit more vocal. Still trying to like determine which stock is going to be the good one. 31.50. We're seeing big bids, which is not bad. 32.14. So there's a new high. $33.30. Not bad. Will we see a pullback before it continues? I hope. Waiting patiently, but we're not seeing that pullback, so it might be holding high. Can we get that continued push? No, we will not. Bit of a drop back down to 33. I did have 34 as potential resistance, so I'm going to be careful here. Got to get into a bit of a rhythm, but I think I'm going to choose this one to watch out of the three. We had 32.50. But being patient. Brother. Well, okay, it's not bad here. It's fighting. We're seeing some selling, but can we hold up? It might have bottomed, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see lower. I really wanted that breakdown there. We might not get it. There's a bid. There is a bid. Let's see if they fill the shares though. They might want those shares to get filled at 32.20. Nope, it's gonna bounce. Those shares are not gonna get filled. $32.30. Waiting patiently here, waiting patiently. No fill. No fill again. There's a spread, so I don't want to buy the ask to go in. It's just spread is a little too big. I probably should not have taken that higher there. That's kind of on me. So I gotta hope I don't miss this dip. It's looking fairly decent. Pastor, pastor, brother. Do not take me to the depths. All you do. We're seeing a we're seeing a seller. Is it looks like it's a fake order though. Of course, here we'd want to see the 1 minute candle make the new high at 64. I did try to go for 1600 shares, but there was a seller there. I had to play it safe in case it was a real order. It looks like it was a fake order though. KB, Big Steve, are the Bulls still alive? Are the Bulls still alive, brother? We need to see a good bounce here. If not, perhaps to the depths. We made the new high, but we didn't hold above the level. While watching to see if it gives a retest. Are the Bulls still alive? Okay, there's 68. I'm gonna get ready to scalp the stock as well aggressively. Big size time. If this goes, I want to be in with big size for break of highs. Where are those bulls? Waiting, waiting, waiting. Um, taking profits and looking to get back in. If we can see that green, waiting, waiting. Think I might have been out too soon. KB, brother. Are the bulls slacking here today? Perhaps. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I thought we could have had the breakout there, but not quite. I gotta be careful because I haven't really connected. Um, so I gotta watch out a little bit. Gotta get some water here. So high or low, either over the highs here at like 33, or perhaps a retest of the low. Either or could work here for me. Perhaps we do see the higher lows here play out. I could have been green on this thing though. I haven't traded it super well. I think I could have traded it better. Might have sold out too soon. Perhaps there's 10 again. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? There they are, finally waking up. I'm gonna start the size here if we can see a good push. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Maybe they're sleeping. I take the couple of cents then. I want to. The moment this thing. All right, watch this. Right, the moment I'm gonna accept the risk, I could lose a lot very quickly. But if the 5 minute candle makes the new high and it's any good, I just have to execute. I need to be fearless and I need to be sharp, and I will do well if the stock is good. But if I'm sluggish and I'm hesitating, it's gonna be terrible. So I know what needs to be done here, but waiting patiently still. We'll see if we get the breakout here eventually. I definitely could size on the dips too, but I'm just not as comfortable with the dips. All right, all right. We're seeing something. We're seeing something here. Are we seeing a bit of a build up? Are we starting to see a bit of a build up here? 31. It's like I don't know. It might be. I gotta keep watching. It's like it's still at rest, but it's also showing some life. Okay, there's a seller though at 33, 10,000. So those trades I took at 40 were good trades. I just needed to hold a little longer. The volume just wasn't showing yet. Do we need a dip? No, it's gonna go. Do I need to size back down? Well, I'm not even gonna size up at this rate because I'm not connecting well. I'm gonna try to connect if I can. 33.91 for the highs. Bro, what's my fills? Yeah, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work with any sort of size, and we're at the highs. I haven't made money. I just have to size down at this point and take it easy. Come on, such a sweet stock too. 40. What was that? 33.91. I'd have expected like $1 a share rip or something. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I kind of needed something more to make anything. 34.45. The low is at 33.76. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep trying. Just a little disappointing so far. I've gotten the move, but not the follow through in the P&L, you can say. And the 1 minute candle make the new high again for the 3 bar play. It seems like it's still young. I think we might have more to go, but yeah, I'm gonna stick to smaller size here. Maybe my aim should just be small green and then that's it. Can I make 800 bucks on this stock? I had other things in my head, but we'll adjust expectations here. See, it's like it's choppy in these kind of areas like this where we should be a little bit more smooth, at the whole dollar area. The dip held about 60 right there. How is the RVSM doing? The volume seems to be light. It's hard to get some of the entries because of the spreads. It's making the dips very tricky for me. We're also in a place where we could see a bit of a 5 minute pullback. It's possible. Waiting patiently here. Are we gonna see a move? I'll try. Tight stop. 89. It's taking too long. So are we gonna break down a little bit here below the lows? Maybe it does hold above. It's possible. So can we get a retest of the highs here? And the bids are dropping. 82. Do we have like a bid or something? Do we have a bid here? Come on. Come on. Take us to the moon, brother. Only 30 though. It's a tricky one, right? I think the opportunities though has been decent. Like over 30 there, like we got 40, like like that's not any good. I gotta take a step back and re-strategize here. Is there another stock moving? Because apparently these two stocks they cannot make money. Y10, no good. RVSN, is this one going to save the day? How are we doing on volume? It's up a little bit, but nothing special. Doesn't really look that attractive. Maybe needs another day to curl. FDMT. It's like look at the move we've had, man. It's like you'd think I could have already been green. I'm not. I have to make a change. We've had a 20% move. I've lost money. I really thought this area here would have been good, but the other stock, I think maybe a little bit of rust, right? I'm a little sluggish towards some of the entries. We got two higher fills, and then it's kind of down. So we ended up red $300. We're at like five. Let's see, we're at like $500 here already. Yeah, 550, which isn't great. So we got to recognize that things are not really working for us and size down a bit. Perhaps we can get another stock later in the day that can help us out. Can't get a good read on FDMT. So we'll size down. We'll keep watching. Maybe it moves better around $40 if it keeps going, and we can size back up again or something. BRTX, how's that one looking? Small move and then back down. All right. Yeah, keep watching this thing here. Two bottoming wicks. Now a third from 58. Good push, but are we already back down? 40, no, here 50. It's like a 40-cent spread, so it's hard to tell if it's breaking out or if it's like actually struggling. So it's 45. 50. It's like it's so easy to get chopped out there because the spreads are just so big. You don't even know if the breakout is still happening or if it's churning. The biggest thing for me is that for the price range that this stock is, I'd expect bigger moves. It's moving like it's a $6 stock. We go from 650 to 660 and then back down. But then, to the downside here, it's showing a lot more range. It's strange because I'm not seeing the bids dropping as low as it's showing. I don't know if it's just me or what, but No bounce. 34. How is Y10? Not looking so great. I'm standing here thinking what I could have done better. Maybe I could have bought some more dips more aggressively. I think that's maybe the only thing. 55 right there, for example, we're going to curl up aggressively. It's like this is a stock to just be every single bottoming wick, try to be in and catch a move up for those quick scalps rather than trying to be aggressive for the high if they push and not really getting it. So it's currently 10 a.m. Got to take it slow, got to take it easy, keep waiting and remain patient. The main thing now is to not get frustrated. We got to keep a cool, level head, analyze, manage. I've reduced size, which is good. Right now, I'm just going to keep patient. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We haven't mentioned this all day long. Hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. Right now, we have over 500 people here, 537 people. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Let's get up there to 400 likes. Can we get up there to 400 likes here over the next minute? If you're not actively trading, take that quick second, support the channel. So we'll keep watching here. We'll keep trading. The setup here, I think, still looks pretty bullish. We're having a bigger 5-minute pullback. And, I think I'm going to watch for a position here if we can definitely get a little lower. Maybe I can watch for a nice entry down here and maybe get a good 5-minute setup for the move back up. Come on down. The price is right. Come on down. Last low of the last is 33.55. We're definitely getting some form of consolidation here. What are the short sellers thinking? For sure, some of them will be short up there at like 34.60s, 34.70s, maybe a little higher. Sometimes I do want to use the latter in certain situations where I can just place the limit order at the exact price point. It would help on some stocks like this. Because for me, I have to wait for the bids to kind of get into an area that I like before I throw out the order, which can lead to you missing an order or missing a trade. The 1 minute candle's making a new high, which is good. The high of this area is 67. I would have definitely wanted to be in a long time ago. It's a good move here. Question is, will we continue? Man, it's not a bad stock, but you just got to be in early, catch those trades if you can. It's a good move here. Over 67, over 34.67, and then down there at 34.30 for the 1 minute candle making a new high. And then of course the dip, whether 33.55 or 33.80. Those are three areas I would have liked, but not really getting a chance to get in. With a nice strong move like that, I'd expect, the pullback will be normal to, we'll expect a pullback, of course, which we're kind of seeing now. But I really would want to see us hold and then get a high of day push. No fill again. I'm leaving the order there. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. Things you got to do for a good fill. Oh, that was not good. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? See, and that is a bit of a habit. I'll take that loss. I sometimes will buy market just, just out of straight muscle memory in these kind of areas. Not good. Not good. Spreads has to be tight. And this is decent spread here. I don't know. It looks good. It looks good. I think it looks good. Hopefully it doesn't fail here. If it breaks down, it needs to be quick bounce. Right back. Spreads. Can we get a quick bounce right back? No, it doesn't look like it. This is kind of giving back the entire red to green that we just had. So it looks like we might be looking at a retest of the lows. Do not blaze me here, or else did it? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna get blazed. Did it ups. It's made a new low by a lot. Not good. 32.90. Well, I kind of knew it was possible, but didn't want to see it. So I'll take the quick loss. If it gets back over 34, I'd be interested, but if not, the pullback here is just kind of failing, and we're bleeding out, and maybe drop down to like 32. This candle here would have to hold up on the 5, and there's 3 minutes left. It seems like it might be backside. Could have avoided those losses. Not my best trading there. RVSN, switching gears. RVSN. I don't know, I'll have to consider slowing it down. This one isn't good. It's moving with some more volume, so that's not bad. Sign here, early. There's a bit of a spread. 1548, it's a good level. We're gonna get through. Are we really that strong? We're not. So let's see this dip. I'll throw out some shares in those areas just to see. I don't mind. Small size. I do need another order entry though. $20. Oh my goodness. Jeez. That was a pretty big dip. I was looking for 40, 50. What was the high? 16.20. So you gotta time the dips properly here. If you're in high, you're gonna get chopped out. The low there was 15. So it's up $1 share here in that short time. Not bad. Not bad at all. 16.20 is the new high. Well, it's high day right now. There's no way, man. Come on. If you fill me up here. That was nonsense. Unless there's literally no sellers in between 17 and like 30. Probably want to be careful with the big size if the levels are thin, which seems like it might be the case. If you're buying big size, you'll be filled going all the way up at each price point. Unless you can get a good fill on the bid. So will the next dip be an extended dip? The volume seems to be coming in and out in this area, which is a little strange for a stock moving like this. We had good volume the last four candles. Waiting patiently. Here's 63. We got sellers here. Low right there, 37, 36. Waiting patiently here. I tried for the dip, didn't get a fill, so I'm just waiting. We had bids, now we're seeing sellers. Like, are these orders even real? They never got filled, and now they're showing on the ask. Seems like fake orders to me. Yep, they're gone. That has to be some sort of spoofing. It's like some orders with like 5,800 shares come on the bids, and then they just disappear, and then they go on the ask. Like, come on. Oh, that was an accident. Yeah. The order's not there, just gets canceled if the stock comes close to the area. We haven't really had a stock today that was like great in my opinion, but I still think we had enough opportunities to end green. So I'm a little disappointed. The last two stocks were all right, and here are these orders again at 16 this time. Let's see if the ass moves higher. What's gonna happen? Are these real orders? Mm, it's not seeming so. Wondering if we'll see the breakout or the pullback first. We're on the higher side, so maybe the breakout. I am starting to feel like I need to take a break. So I'm probably going to shut it down like maybe 20 minutes. But I feel great mentally. I think though I want to wait for something. So maybe I come back power hour. Maybe I check back at like 1 p.m., 12 p.m. Just one of those days where I feel green mentally, but red in the actual stocks. Could have traded better though. Definitely could have traded better in some areas. I don't like that I say that. I feel like I say it too much, to be honest. It's like in every area that you gotta just go for it. You gotta be quick. You gotta be sharp. You can't even second guess it for a second. That alone could be too much time. Some areas I made the mistake of buying market a few times. It's just such an instinct for me to do in some, like once the level two and tape looks a certain way, because I'm usually trading stocks with like a 1 cent spread, so I can mark it in anyways and get the same fill if I were to be buying bid and ask, right? It's like the same thing. If we can get a 30 cent move, I don't really care about 1 cent. So that instinctual just buying in those areas, I gotta just watch out for that and like, hey, like this is not this is not a tight spread stock. Just be careful. Gave away at least like 40 cents of just that. I think we got caught in two trades. It's unnecessary. I, I'm down like 800 or something. When I come back, the goal isn't gonna be, hey, just try to get green, but more so damage control. Whatever the market is given, I'll take. But if we can come back, cut this loss in half or something, if possible, that'd be great. If not, you know, if we lose with our small size when we start later in the day, 3 p.m., then we're out of here. Call it. Come back tomorrow. But if we come back and something is good, we make something with the small size, we size up quickly, the stocks keep going. Maybe we get back to flat, maybe we get back to green, maybe big green. It doesn't take too long if there's something really good for the strategy and I'm using size. But if there's nothing good, then, hello red day recap. Let's check. We're down 864. 864.77. One scratch trade. One scratch trade with some decent size. So we got big sellers at 85, but again, we've been seeing a ton of fake orders. I would describe this as manipulation, which is why some people don't even like to use the level 2. This is like and then just the orders are the same, 5,800. I'll screenshot it. There's no way that these orders keep coming in the same kind of areas, and then when we get close to it, it's canceled. And then the stock just goes up or down. I had 45 and 15 as the zone. We're holding at 64 here, 60 area. And again, in classic fashion, those sellers are gone, and now they're back at 1589. What's interesting too is that nobody's reacting to it because everybody who's using level 2 can see these orders. So it's like nobody's reacting to it. You're not making an impact on the market anyways. Like, what are you doing? Hopefully the authorities catch on to them. It's super obvious at this point. Come on, talk to us nicely here. Talk to us nicely. Talk to us nicely. KB, tell the bulls it's time. Time for a new high. Tired of these terrible fills, man. I bought early and still got filled high. Hello, Red Day recap. Okay, I'm gonna ease off. Losing money as the stock is going up. That is my cue to say hello. Shut it down. Take it easy. Come back later. Some of you guys might have done well, which is great, I hope, right? And if you are connecting, of course, it's maybe good to keep trading if you're still in a good rhythm. But I know when it's time for me, and right now it's that time. So I'm not gonna push it to where it's like, too late. Because if I start to get super red, then it's like there's no hope. But right now there's still a chance that Power Hour can turn things around. So we're gonna keep it tight, relatively speaking. I don't I don't like being down around 1K, but when I get to this area, I have to be very aware to just say, hey, ease off. It's a decent amount of money to be down in one day, and it's a typical green day, so no need to be down more than a good day of trading. So cutting it, yeah, cutting it and looking to come back later. So let me see if there's any questions coming in. We'll answer questions for the next 5-10 minutes, and then we'll be out of here. I'm gonna release some footage of the MMU meetup that we had 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna chop it up and release some conversations that are like good for the people. Just good information. We covered some good topics in there. So right. So if, whether it's real orders being pulled, I guess we can phrase it a little differently. But when the orders are the same quantity and it's on the bids, we get close to the area, the orders are pulled, and then they then go on the ask. It's like, I'm not sure what's going on there. It's just a little strange. Of course, if the orders aren't filled, you'd ask how are they on the ask, right? But they might already have shares and just playing a game. I don't know. It is just a little weird to see that kind of stuff. Is there an MMU sale? Yeah, right now we have an active coupon code DREAM that you guys can use for 50% off. Could this be the beginning of a cold cycle? Perhaps. It could also be one day of rest before a hot day again tomorrow. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. If I'm red tomorrow, I don't like to put that kind of energy out there, but let's just say that was to happen, and it's because the markets are really, really slow, then I want to start adjusting and like sizing down just a little bit. But if we come back Wednesday and it's like really good, then we size up immediately. Any tips for people that have similar strategy but end most days on the red? Yeah, it comes down to refining. What we're doing is very specific and it's very delicate. And so one small thing can change the strategy drastically, right? It can be confidence, it can be hesitation. You can, on the side of the trader, right? These kind of things, whatever emotion it might be, whether it's due to fear or um, also just also just not understanding the strategy fully, right? There's a couple things there, and then of course the other side of it is the market. You know, how are the stocks moving? Are you able to see good opportunities frequently here throughout the last couple of weeks and months? We, it's a tightrope walk. It's a tightrope walk. I can guarantee that some of the other guys in the team house will have done well on all three of those stocks, right? And again, just small details, right? Maybe firing off a trade a little quicker, having a little bit more courage in a certain area, perhaps, right? Small things like that. Maybe even tools, right? Tools matter as well. If you have to ladder in a situation like this, maybe you could have put out a few limit orders on the bids with a little bit more efficiency. Perhaps even with the offsets, like maybe buying above the bid slightly could have maybe guaranteed you a fill where I didn't get fill, let's say, something like that. There's a bunch of small things that go into it, but you got to keep refining and refine as much as you can possibly refine until there's nothing to refine anymore. So wherever you're lacking, you keep improving on your strengths as well. And one building block at a time, before you know it, you have a great wall of China or something, or the wall that they're trying to build down south. Before you know it, there's no gaps. The screenshot of the orders, yeah, well, oh, I logged out. I logged out already. What I don't like doing is logging in on stream. That stuff makes me paranoid. I'm not gonna lie. I can go to the white screen. I can put the broker on a different monitor I'm not using, but I just don't like to do it on stream. I rather be logged in and just that way there are no accidents. God forbid my password and username gets leaked here. Well, to the depths I go. Who knows what will happen? But I can assume I'll be going to the depths. I ended the day down. I didn't even check. I think 900 because I had another small loss at the end. I'll sign in on my phone and see. Let's Thinkorswim. A login error. Please check your credentials. Account has migrated to Charles Schwab. Please select Schwab. Schwab. And doesn't want to load. Come on, man. What's up? I'll move on to the next question in the meantime. Okay, there we go. I'm down 920 and 46 cents. So it's impossible to put, from my knowledge, I think it's impossible to put out an order without there being money tied to it. But I guess the better way to or terminology for me to use would be spoofing, right? Spoofing or manipulation. The orders being there and then being pulled off and then coming back, things like that. Because there has to be some sort of a dollar amount tied to it. And you would think that these people could be filled on accident, even if they're trying to pull the order. They might have some sort of safe switch or protocol to not get filled. Maybe they have some sort of trigger system to where if the price comes within, let's say, a couple cents, it cancels the order automatically. Who knows what they're doing? I mean, I don't know, but because I could if let's say I was supposed to be doing some nonsense like that, right? I could easily see myself messing up, and then the whole thing is filled. The stock is crashing. Boom, lockdown. What was that? 15,000 shares on a $15 stock. That thing drops $1 a share. I'm down 20 grand. And it's like all the nonsense you're doing there is, wasting time and money. I think that's it for the questions. I'll come back down. Are we seeing anything else? Did I change the stream settings? We can check stream. I have two streams up here. Maybe that's what it is. Let's go to the settings. Stream, stream one. These are the settings that I have for stream one. I'll screenshot it and put it in the Discord. Stream one. And then this is stream two. I'll put it in Gen chat. And then for the discovery section, if you do want the personalized filter that I have, the Relentless Momo, in fact, we just have to click the edit sign. All right. I think that'll do it. Down 900. We'll look to come back power hour, do some damage control. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the recap. If something is hot later into the day, I will live stream in the Discord. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. You know, if I'm to rate this day out of 10, I'd say like 5 out of 10. But there definitely was enough to end green. RVSN, FDMT, YTEN. YTEN started off the day from 42 or so, all the way to 56. FDMT gave a nice move. You know what it is that some stocks at times are better for longer holds. So like you'll see the people who might maybe hold longer today, they might have did really well. The quick scalps usually can work well on most days, but on a day like today where the top two stocks I traded had huge spreads, the spread does cause issues for me at times because I can't always be in every time I want to be in, as opposed to a stock with just a 1 cent, 2 cent spread, right? At like $2, $3, $5. On those stocks, it's much more rare that I'm missing an entry, right? And even on those stocks, I'll sometimes miss trades, but on a stock like the ones here, I miss way more trades than I would want to because of the issue with the spreads, right? Throwing out orders in the bids, not getting filled, um, and sometimes even trying to market in with a tight spread, but the spreads are opening up, then you get filled high, which becomes an instant red trade, or the risk is just way off or way too high. So can I be green with big spreads? Of course I can, but first I have to be more patient. That's the first thing, because there's no reason I should be throwing out market orders in certain areas, especially one of the areas the spreads weren't even tight. Like that's just foolishness. Just anyhow, yeah. So gotta just be a little bit more firm. Some areas too, I'm recognizing we might be bottoming out, but I'm not super sure just yet. So I'm not throwing out the order immediately. And also, I'm thinking a little too much about the risk in those areas. So when the spreads are tight and the stocks are cheaper, on a dip, let's say we drop 25 cents and I'm in, even if it's not the bottom, I'm not super worried about losing because, you know, for that type of price, we've already dropped a fair amount. And if we need to drop more, I can be out with minimal damage. I can be out fairly quickly, maybe just for a few cents. If I don't buy the bottom, in which you guys saw today, if I don't estimate the bottom properly, this stock is still dropping 50 more cents. And it's like a little too much to be losing, on the way down. It's not good. You gotta be accurate towards where the dip should be for this type of quick style on these type of stocks. And if you can get the fills, then it's gonna be a great day every time. But yeah, so good day. Just, things to work on, which is always good. We can improve and be better for next time. So, gonna shut it down. Stay safe, stay green, and trade the best opportunities that you guys see, right? Remember, never to get frustrated. Don't get into any over trading or revenge trading. Keep it cool. Be the best manager you can be as you go, and do whatever is right for your situation. So take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Stay safe, stay green.